everybody. How you doing? How you doing? Welcome to the StreamDream podcast, episode 4. I think we're on. Is it 4 or 5? Someone tell me in the chat. I don't know. Anyway, how you all doing, guys? Well, thanks for stopping by. Today we got an awesome guest for you. That guy over there, that's Ryan, aka YoloSwagusRex. Ryan, how you doing, buddy? How's your day been?
Yeah, fantastic, pal. Yourself?
Yeah, it's been very good, mate. Done a bit of streaming today, actually, myself. So, yeah, just chilling out. Not much else we can do, really, at the moment. But, yeah. Awesome. Awesome, awesome. Yo, Lonnie, Bluebird, Lloydie, how you doing? Welcome to the stream. Anyway, Ryan. So, yeah, this was meant to be happening on Tuesday. But I had technical issues my end. I had a laptop charger blow up on me. My laptop was actually dead, so I couldn't do nothing about it, so I apologise for that. But here we are, it's Friday, it's all good. You could be drinking with your family or maybe close living friends, but instead you're spending it with me talking crap. So,
well, Chris, I'm exactly where I want to be, mate, don't worry.
That's awesome, that's awesome. Lonnie Bluebird saying, hello Ryan, nice to meet you, that's awesome.
Right, guys.
Okay. What we're going to do, okay, so first of all, tell us a little bit about yourself, buddy, like maybe your background or maybe what you do for a living, whereabouts you're from.
Sounds good. For anyone who doesn't know me, my name's Ryan, aka YoloSwagusRex, which is probably the most ridiculous name anyone could possibly have for streaming. The name itself came to me, I think, about 7 years ago when a friend of mine gave me an Xbox Live points card at the time, I believe, for 800 gamer score, which was the currency. And said, I think he signed off the card saying something like YOLO Swag, and for whatever reason it clicked in my head. I went, yeah, YoloSwagusRex, that's the name for me.
That's awesome.
A bit about me, if you couldn't tell already, I am Irish, so if you can only understand every other word, I apologise. Try and speak a bit slower if it becomes a bit of an issue. I'm 25, I've been streaming now for but 6 weeks, the long old time, 6 weeks.
Wow.
A bit about me, my background. I worked in several jobs in executive positions. I've owned my own business, and I recently sold my business. I was bought out of it, and that's why I decided to focus on a passion project, which has always been video games, entertainment, creating content, and understanding how you engage with people to do so. So I thought with the passions that I have and something I've always wanted to do, I thought it was the right time to really move into that space.
That's fantastic, mate. That's absolutely fantastic. So you're doing streaming now, then? Is that your sort of job right now, or?
Well, you can call it a job. You don't work a day in your life doing what you love.
No, it's true enough. Oh, that's
yeah, this is my full-time project now. I do a bit of consulting in there on the side with the previous business that I did, but this is my main focus at the moment.
Your main thing. That's fantastic, mate. I hope it all goes well for you and you make this like a full-time thing. Imagine waking up streaming for 8 hours a day and that's your job done. That's your shift over. Like, that's fucking fantastic. That
Here's hoping.
Right, you've sort of answered one of my other questions actually. I so how long have you been streaming? 5 weeks. So
roughly about 5 weeks now, or just over.
Right, okay, and you're an affiliate, yeah? You are an affiliate. That's fucking awesome. How did you manage to get to affiliate within how long did it take you to get?
6 days, I believe.
6 days. Wow, that's insane. It took me about 6 months. So that's incredible, man. Fair play to you. 6 days to get to affiliate, guys. Virtual round of applause. Yes, fantastic. Right, okay. Who's this? There's people in the stream who know you, I think. Yeah, so 6 days to affiliate. That must have been something. Like, I know people who've been trying to get it for years, and they just struggle with that. Like,
yeah, it's an interesting thing. I think that from my perspective, what I see a lot before I began streaming, I did a bit of research into it to understand how it works. Do you know what I mean? I didn't just want to say go live and then completely fuck everything up, essentially. So after doing a bit of research into it and joining a couple of groups, a couple of communities, Discord, Facebook, stuff like that, the main thing I kept seeing coming up time and time again was drop your links, follow for follow, blah, blah, blah. You keep seeing this trend over and over again. At the start, I click on people's profiles and say, Jesus, this guy's got like 700 followers. He must be really big.
Yeah.
Then I'd see posts from him later in the group where he's like, yeah, I've been trying to get affiliate status for like 2 years now. I can't. And I was like, I work it out in my head. I was like, you've got 600 followers, mate, and you can't get 3 people come and watch your stream for a concurrent amount of time. Exactly. You're doing something completely wrong. And I think just from watching positive stuff people did, but really the negative stuff people did more importantly, it was quite not easy, because it's not easy to do.
No, it's not.
But it was quite, it was a good project. I had a clear vision of what I needed to do, and I achieved it, basically.
So you had a clear focus ahead. You knew like what not to do, what to do. Obviously, you know your own personality, what you think people will like about you, and just sort of bring it all together, put it out there, and here you are now, an affiliate after 6 days. Been streaming for like, what was it you said, 5 weeks?
Just over 5 weeks, yeah.
Insane, mate. That's absolutely insane. Right, okay, yeah. What you're saying as well about people with loads of followers and they're struggling with the views. I know. Well, I've come across someone myself who's got like 1,500 followers, and he sometimes sits there on maybe 5-6 viewers, and he's an affiliate, and like I look at him like, how? You must be doing follow for follow or something. I don't know, it's insane. I don't agree with follow for follow. That's just like not like people are going to come back and watch your stream unless you're doing giveaways or that sort of shit. But anyway, what was it that got you into streaming? You sort of touched on this, obviously. Bored a day-to-day job, so you just wanted to do something you're more passionate about then, I'm assuming, yeah?
Yeah, pretty much. Well, ever since I was probably 10, 11 years old, I grew up watching videos on like Machinima. Oh, yeah. Watching old Rooster Teeth stuff, Tabs, Hutch, people like that there, making all these cool Call of Duty videos. Of course, everyone wanted to be MLG Pro in the day. And it was always a passion project of mine, but I could never get my head around it. Trying to work out with how a capture card is going to work into some little £99 Argus laptop is just, it's not going to work.
No.
Like 11, 12 years old. But it's always been a passion of mine, especially when esports came into really the public mainstream over the last couple of years. It's something I passionately followed for a very long time.
Yeah.
And it came to be. It's actually an interesting story. At the height of COVID, about 7 weeks ago, I was feeling really, really run down all of a sudden. I could not figure out what was wrong with me. And I was talking to the missus. Mrs. was like, maybe you're working too hard or whatever it may be. And I was like, yeah, maybe you're right. Yeah. And, pardon my French, but I couldn't take a shit for about a week. I was like, oh God, what's going on here? Maybe I'm just constipated. So she convinced me to get some laxatives. Anyway, they worked. Let's put it that way. About 2 days later, I was just felt 100 times worse than I did before. And I decided, she convinced me, call 111, get some medical advice from them. And I called them and explained what the issue was. And they said, go seek medical advice or medical help in the next 2 hours. I was like, oh shit, what? And they're like, you have appendicitis. I was like, nah, not me, fam. I'm golden. Nothing's going to kill me. And I went to A&E, sat about for a few hours, to the dressage, lay me down. I could barely move at this stage. They're applying a bit of pressure. They went, yeah, you're going for surgery in the next hour. I was like, oh, shit.
Fuck.
Height of COVID in the middle of a hospital, mate. Last place in the world you would probably want to be. And got me open to take it out. It was really bad in there because my appendix had actually busted this stage, and I was 2 days away from being septic, aka dead. And it was just kind of a wake-up call to me at that stage. I was like, I'm working away in my own business. I've got some really, really fantastic people who I work with, but it was a case of me just thinking, this isn't what I want to do. Do you know what I mean? It was time at that point when I was like, I literally could have died there, and there's stuff that I'm not doing that I want to do. I have to focus on really trying to give it a go.
Exactly. You can sort of live your life and enjoy your life through your job as well. And if you're stuck in a job that you just hate doing, switch to video games. It's fantastic. You stream, you're just doing what you love. You meet new people. Honestly, it's great. It is fantastic. But I really hope it goes well for you, mate.
Yes, brother.
Right, okay. Is there any streamers that influence you as a streamer? Obviously, you said you touched on what not to do and what to do. Was there any streamers you sort of watched quite a bit and thought, you know what, I want to do what this guy's doing, and any ideas from them?
Yeah, 100%. There's loads of people who I've watched who mainly do, either Twitch, Facebook Live, YouTube, Mixer, RIP, who bounced around there. And the content was really good, but I think the one person that always stood out to me more than most, because this particular person really pushed the envelope, and I'm hoping by mentioning this person's name in 6 months from now, it doesn't look too bad, but Dr. Disrespect whatever's going on with him. But he is the guy that absolutely pushed it to its limit.
Yeah.
The guy was out there on speedboats, mate, streaming. And I was like, what is this man doing? Like, he is taking what is a relatively new art form in terms of streaming. It's a new content. He's pushed it so far. And you look at any of that man's streams, content and the quality of the shows that he puts on, it isn't just watch someone in a dark room with a bit of light on them going tap, tap.
Yeah.
He's putting on a show. And that's something that really, really inspired me to really push to do it.
Is that something you got planned yourself, to go on speedboats and stream games or something? Or
I mean, skydive, 100%.
Skydive with a controller and a big fucking projector screen in the field next to you, and just try and complete a game of Warzone on your way down or something. That'd be pretty sick, wouldn't it?
I'll tell you this much: you were playing in Warzone, you jump out of the plane, you fucking merrily go down. In real life, I don't imagine that's going to be the case. I imagine I'll be kicking and screaming.
Yeah, pretty much. It wouldn't be slapping your face about every the controller would be long gone. Yeah, exactly. Right, quick question about equipment. What sort of equipment do you use in terms of maybe monitors, computers, consoles, lighting, that sort of thing?
100%. So I did a lot of not advanced in but I used my MacBook Pro is what I use for gaming. I don't play games on it. I'm not a psycho.
Yeah.
I use a capture card through the MacBook. That I use an Xbox One, the Elgato HD 60S. But the reason that I use a MacBook Pro is because if you want to be a good streamer, you have to grow outside of streaming. You can't sit there 7 days a week streaming 8 hours a day. The MacBook Pro itself is something I'm quite experienced with. I used to do some video editing, so it was quite easy for me to then use that and use it for other things outside of just streaming, because it does have the capabilities to like run Streamlabs, manage the capture card, everything like that there. In terms of the rest of the setup, I use a Trust G226X mic, which is about 30 quid from Amazon. It wasn't very expensive.
Yeah.
One thing I would say is you can get the best microphone in the world, but if you do not have a microphone stand, there's no point buying it.
No problem, yeah.
You're either, your microphone is here, and all of a sudden you sound like...
Yeah. Sound like you're fucking...
Or you're like dogging like this here.
Yeah.
So a microphone stand is an absolute must. The camera is an absolute must. An external light source is an absolute must as well. I just use a face cam light you can get for like 15, 20 quid on Amazon. You can be a TikTok star with one of them, do your little dances and stuff.
Yeah, you can, yeah.
Pro, Xbox One, TV, controller, all that crack, but that's really it.
Awesome stuff. Right, okay, moving on. Viewers, if you... Obviously, I've seen a few questions anyway, so I gotta say, if you've got any other questions, don't forget to pop them in the chat. Highlight them if you can, so they're a little bit easier to read out, because the chat's... I'm shit at keeping up a chat most of the time. We're going to move on to a thing called Fast 5 now, right? So I'm going to ask you questions, and hopefully you can snap out some answers to me pretty quick. Some of them will have a Y at the end of them, but yeah, so the whole point of this is not like thinking too much, you know? So first one being, would you prefer 50 followers or 5 subs?
50 followers every time.
Followers every single time, awesome. If you could have one celebrity follower who's active in your chat and becomes like sort of maybe a friend through streaming, who would it be and why?
Dr. Disrespect, because I respect him so much for what he does.
Dr. Disrespect, oh, that's fucking awesome. Imagine him on your streams, mate, Jesus. Right, if you could play one game for the rest of your life, what would it be and why?
This is what a difficult question. The problem with that is, you know, if I chose, say, for example, this year's Call of Duty, which is a fantastic game, Call of Duty in 10 years probably either would be dog shit or better than it. There's no in between with Call of Duty. But if I had to choose one game I had to play for the rest of my life, it would probably have to be Halo 2.
What was that? Sorry,
Halo 2.
Oh,
Halo 2.
Cool. I've never actually played it myself, but I can see why people enjoy them.
Listen up, my friend.
Right, okay. What is the most viewers you've had in a stream, and what was your reaction?
The most viewers I've ever had in a stream is probably about 17, 18. And my reaction was genuinely the same as if there was no one in the stream. And that's the one bit of advice I give to anybody, is if you get 18 people on stream and suddenly you're really energetic, you're chatting away going, yeah. That's the way you should be all the time, because someone will come into your stream one at a time and they want to see that. They don't want to see you sat back waiting for 18 people to pop in at once.
That's a fucking great bit of advice, actually. It's a very good bit of advice. What's that? 1, 2, 3, 4. Right, okay. Have you had any griefers in your chat, and what did you do with them? What did you do about the whole thing?
Griefers, yeah, 100%. Especially if you're using stuff like Facebook and stuff, because it's just anybody's on there to do it.
Yeah.
A bit of advice in terms of what I did with it: get the chat to turn against them. If they're being toxic, get them absolutely arsed on them. F's in the chat, all sorts of madness within line. Do you know what I mean? Have a bit of banter with the person, but you know what I mean. That's the most appropriate way to do it.
Of course, don't be nasty as such. Make them just uncomfortable. I seen it happen this week. Actually, there was a guy I know streaming, and I won't say his name, and someone said to him, "You need to see the dentist, buddy." And everyone was like, "What the fuck is this guy?" And this guy is one of the nicest people you'll ever see. Right? He's not nasty or vicious to anybody. He welcomes everyone. He'll shout you out. He's class, but even he was like, "Do you know what? Get the fuck out of my stream." And this guy was like, "Oh, I didn't want to upset you, but I'll just leave." And everyone was like, "Yep, go on, sling your hook. You're not welcome." Mods are all banning him. It was a bit of chaos in there, but it was fun. And then people started sort of like dropping subs and bits and things because they felt bad. And Richie was like, "Nope, don't want it." I just said his name. Anyway, right, okay. So now it's time to answer some questions from viewers. Okay, so the first one's from my good friend Lonnie Bluebird. She asks rather, what's been your best and worst streams and why?
My best stream has to be one for about a week and a half ago, and not necessarily because I got loads of new followers and loads of new subscribers. I think one thing you always have to focus on when you're streaming or you're a content creator is this something that you would watch? Are you happy with what you're creating? Or is it something you're kind of forcing yourself to do? Do you know what I mean? And just like being stupid and silly for no reason, and then you feel like a dick, and then you're not happy with how it turns out. That particular stream, I think everything that could have gone right in terms of just shit happening in the game, good content happening, people having a good time in the chat, people interacting, it just really clicked together.
Yeah.
And I'd say that for sure. The worst stream I've ever had was probably, this is another bit of advice, is one from about 3 weeks ago. For whatever reason, I normally am quite good with this. I test everything before I go on stream. I have a fake account where I go live to test the audio, the delay and stuff like that there. But for whatever reason this day, I did not have time to do it. And I went on to the stream and it was absolute dog shit. It was so badly put together, which was a bit of a learning curve for me because I thought I could just sit down, play, go for it. And then when I was watching it, the audio was cutting out. It wasn't in sync. The video was cutting out time to time. And at the end of the day, again, if someone comes into your stream and sees that, they're not going to come back a second time to see if you've improved. Do you know what I mean?
No.
So it was eye-opening to me to think, fuck, you know, I really have to do this properly.
Yeah, exactly. You get sort of a small window to like sort of impress someone then, don't you? So if someone comes into your stream and 10-15 seconds, if they think, what the fuck's this, they're never coming back. So you've got that small
100%.
window to capture them, if that makes sense. Right, okay, another question. We got a comment actually from Slightly Mad Gaming. 6 days will take me 5 weeks plus. Yeah, this guy's going places, I'm telling you guys. Dazzy Boy has asked, have you got any advice for new streamers? We've thrown loads out there, but let's look at this another way then. If you could only offer one piece of advice, something you haven't already said, what would it be?
A bit of advice. Let me think of what I've spouted off to this stage. My suggestion would probably be do some really principled things. Have a routine in place outside of streaming that you do stick to. What I mean by that is not necessarily just producing content, but having set times that your content goes up, whether that be edited versions of gameplay, 60-second clips, stuff like that there. Have a set time that you know people are going to be coming out. People know that your videos are coming up at that time. And more importantly, grow outside of Twitch. Do not be sat on Twitch 5 days a week. If you want to grow on Twitch, join groups, join networking groups, Discord, Facebook, produce your content, comment, enjoy, really speak to people. But more importantly, don't do it for the sake of it. You know what I mean? People will be able to sniff bullshit straight away. And I would suggest that do what you're happy doing. And more importantly, be patient. You know, in 6 days may not seem like a long time. Sometimes it'll take people 2 years to click and understand what their thing is. I just happen to get it a little bit quicker.
Yeah. Another thing you can do, guys, come on a podcast like this one, and promote yourself. You know what I mean?
100%.
It's like a shop window, if you will. Right, okay. The next question is again off my friend Lonnie. She said, what do you do when you're not in a good mood, but you need to stream?
What do I need? What do I do when I'm not in a good mood and need to stream? People need to ask themselves, I think, why are they streaming? What I mean, are you streaming because you want to turn this into a career, or you want to make money, or you're just fucking around playing games and you want to sit back, you want to see who comes by to see it? Those are three different types of people.
Yeah.
You need to decide very on what type of person you're going to be. If you fall into the category where you want to do this professionally, or you want to do this potentially as a career, you just have to act. You know what I mean? Everyone has their off days, but at the end of the day, if someone has bothered to tune up to your stream, you have to bother to show up too, no matter what's going on outside in your personal life. And I've had shit happen to me around and before streams, as I'm sure you have and everyone has. You can't go on and just sit back and just not stream or just not talk or communicate, because at the end of the day, you're an entertainer. You're there to really entertain people, if that's the bracket that you fall into. So my advice to you would be switch off to whatever's going on. Just focus on what's going on here.
Exactly. As the old saying goes, the show must go on.
Show must go on,
Pretty
Dave.
much the same thing, yeah. Right, okay, what else have we got? QT Doctor Games. I'm assuming that's one of your friends.
So, yeah.
He said, tell him QT Doctor Games loves him, no homo. Right, okay.
Thank you, Mr. QT. Appreciate it, buddy.
That's awesome. Is that one of your regular followers or something?
He's a really good guy.
Yeah, it's fantastic.
Yeah.
Another one from Lonnie. She loves the questions, right? So we could be here a while. Who are your favourite streamers to watch? Obviously, we've touched on Dr. Disrespect. Is there like sort of maybe like a top 3 other streamers that you sort of enjoy watching? Big or small?
There's a few people that I enjoy watching. Marty13 is a guy I've watched for many, many years. He's a Scottish YouTuber who streams quite often. People like K3. But one thing I, in particular, like to do, I search categories of games which I play. For example, Call of Duty at the moment. I try and find, just go down the list, down, and find people who have like 1 or 2 viewers. And those are the people that I enjoy watching, because those are the people, in my opinion, are either not going to try at all or try extremely hard. And they are so unbelievably grateful. If you watch people who are like massive streamers, you're going to watch them for their content, because they're either sick gameplay or they're really funny. The people who are further down there are the people you can have a conversation with. For example, I'm a massive fan of Assassin's Creed. I was on Twitch the other night, search up, one guy was playing Assassin's Creed Odyssey, scroll down to like 7 viewers. I got in, I was talking away to them, getting his opinion about different games, what his favorite one was. And that's honestly more interesting to me, because I want to be able to communicate with the content creator. Or if they're massive, I'm just going to watch the videos at the end of the day.
Yeah, I've had this discussion with somebody quite recently, actually. I find, right, a lot of the time, unless you're like a top sort of pro player or whatever, a lot of the time when you stream, a lot of people don't really give a shit like about the game. They're just there to speak to you. That's sort of some of the people who I've sort of encountered in the past. I got people who come in, they don't care what game I'm playing, they're there watching me, they're helping me out, supporting me. But then obviously there is a flip side to that then, if, like you said yourself, games you're interested in, you will search for people who play in the same games and sort of go and help them and go and watch them instead. So it's sort of 2 sides to that coin, I think, isn't there?
Yeah, I agree, and I think that's one of the ways that Twitch really limits itself, because it's based purely on viewers, which I can understand, because whoever's being most watched is probably the most interested, but that isn't always the case. And I think that there's search functionality in the website could really do with a bit of tuning, because I would love to see advanced filters. For example, like we and you were based in the UK, maybe you want to find Welsh streamers, I want to find Irish streamers, you maybe want to communicate with people playing a very niche subsection of people playing Call of Duty, yes, but when there's 80,000 people playing Call of Duty, you're not going to find someone that you would want to specifically watch, and that's kind of a big issue with discoverability on the platform. That
actually sort of answers one of my next questions, actually. We've got 1 or 2 more from viewers, I believe. Lonnie, once again, what do you think is more important, the quality of gameplay or your streamer's personality?
Again, there's 2 very different categories of streamer. There is those specific 2. Do you know what I mean? There's people I watch, I know I'm going to watch and go, how the fuck did he just do what he did on screen when he's playing a Call of Duty, for example? But there's also people out there who I watch and I think, this man is just so funny. This woman's just so funny. I'm like, this is just great. What you will often find is no one will be the 2. It's very hard to either concentrate and play a game or entertain. It's very hard to get that middle line.
I think I fall into the second category actually. I'm dog shit at games. I just enjoy streaming. I try and make people laugh, try and make people smile in a day. If I can make one person smile per stream or laugh, I've done my fucking job. That's as far as I'm concerned.
That's nice, man.
Right, okay. Do we have any more from viewers? I'm gonna give it like 30 seconds to see if anybody got any more questions. Nothing at the moment. If there is, we'll come back to them. We'll move on. Right, okay. Do you currently have any future plans for your stream, like something new that you're going to be bringing to the YoloSwagusRex world?
Yes, and we've actually trialed it out last week. We, much like Dr. Disrespect, who we've spoken about, tries to push the label with games. I try to think outside the box within my own limitations, of course, because I haven't got millions to throw around for a stream to get a proper setup and blah blah blah. I try and think of creative ways to which we can play games. For example, Warzone. Warzone's very battle royale, fall, drop, find guns, Hunger Games, Last Alive, that kind of crack. And sometimes it can be very easy if you have a good squad. Sometimes it can be very hard if you have a difficult squad. We'll put it that way. So I actually created a game that we call the Wheel of Unfortune. And how it works is very simple. I control it through my phone. Audience participation is possible. And there are set classes that the squad have to use. For example, they spin the wheel. They spin the wheel and it can come up with things like no weapons. So you have to go into the dance and not use any weapons, or knives only. Or things like Ask Daddy, where you have to ask the squad leader what weapons you're allowed to use, or even custom class too. But the whole purpose of it is to gain the entertainment value. Do you know what I mean? There's 101 people out there doing the same thing week in, week out. Come watch me play Warzone. Either you're really shite, no one really wants to watch you anyway, or you're really good and you're not going to get discovered because there's already too many good people out there playing the game. So it's just about thinking outside of the box in that sense.
That's quite a great idea, actually. I'd love to watch. I haven't actually seen anybody do it, but a squad of 4 people with just knives, like you said, trying to win a game, that would be insane, mate. Imagine getting a win as well.
Oh mate, you know, we were playing it last Saturday even, and we were playing it again tomorrow for anyone interested. But last Saturday, the squad consisted of someone holding riot shield and an RPG, knives only, a pistol and an RPG, and one guy had a sniper and a knife, which is the most eclectic mix. And all I could think of every time someone would come up to try and kill the squad, basically, was what the fuck are these people doing? Like, what is these custom classes these people have? No wonder.
That's insane. Like, I sort of pay a lot of attention to my classes on COD, but I'm dog shit, mate. I'll get a couple of kills. Some games I'll kill like 6 or 7 people. Other games I'll just die 3 times, get brought back in, die 3 more times. I'm up and down with COD a minute. But we have actually got another question from another viewer. It's DazzyBoy2221. Will you ever do a 24-hour stream, or have you ever done a 24-hour stream?
That's a very interesting question. I have never done a 24-hour stream. If there was a charity, I would only ever do it for charity. Do you know what I mean? I think it's the only reason anyone should ever do it. I would do it for the right cause. Probably something focused around mental health, which is a big passion of mine, which I'm really a big advocate for. But I advise any streamer starting off, there's 2 particular types of streams you do not want to do. First of all, 24-hour stream, because people will come in for the gimmick and leave because you've been playing for 16 hours. You can't fucking open your eyes and they're never going to come back to you. The second type is giveaway streams. You will probably get loads of people who come in and view your stream. Those people will not come back. Those people have come because you're giving them a £10 gift card and they have no interest in your content. So I would suggest those are the 2 to give up. But in the future, 100%, I would definitely do something like that.
I also know somebody who's done a 24-hour stream and they've not been able to handle it, whatever, mentally or whatever, and they've ended up in the back of an ambulance. So you got to think of that as well. You know, I think I'd be right with it because my sleep pattern is fucking ruined anyway. Like, but I think I'd be right. I'd maybe be able to stretch like 21 hours and then I'd start flaking out, I think.
100%. Well, mate, listen, we take about probably 7 hours in. I'm dropping in Warzone. And I'm trying to shoot me out of the fucking air as I'm parachuting in, and I would just mentally break. That would be me done.
Just pick up your keyboard and mouse and smash it over the fucking... Yeah, I know that feeling very well, mate. Right, okay. Wiry Lloyd asking... he said console or PC, but what I'm going to do, I'm going to change that question up a bit, right? What do you consider to be the master race? So you got Xbox, PlayStation, Switch, PC, what do you consider to be the ultimate gaming console thing?
I don't know why someone even put a Switch in that category. If someone says Switch, there's something wrong with them in the head. But
just threw it in there. So
I've always been always been an avid console gamer all my life, and I think that the reason consoles are so good is because the pick up play element to it. Do you know what I mean? You buy your Xbox for 500 quid when it comes out. Do you know what I mean? You can pick up and play. I have been a PC gamer before. I think that there's always this mentality around PC gamers that for whatever reason, because their computer's better, it makes them better at games for some reason. It's not the case. Do you know what I mean? If you look at some of the world's best Xbox with Call of Duty players, the vast amount of them, even if they have a PC, are not playing with a PC. They're playing with a controller.
Yeah, most
at the end of the day.
Control, yeah.
You know what I mean? So I don't think it matters a vast amount in terms of maybe field of view or quality, but I'm always going to be a console gamer. It's just what I know and it's what I love.
Yeah, same here, man. I think growing up, like, consoles were the sort of main thing. Like, there was Nintendo 64s, PS1s, PS2s. They were sort of easily accessible. You didn't really hear of gaming PCs and things, growing up. So we're just used to them, I think, Amy. So
Jesus, mate, could you imagine me writing down my Christmas list at 12 years old saying I want such and such processor, I need RAM, I need a graphics card? My Irish mother's head would fucking explode. Yeah. I don't know, she would not be able to process it.
So what my dad used to do, actually, when I went games, like I remember one Christmas there was a shop in Swansea, and it was like just a gaming sort of outlet, and I told my dad, right, I want this game, I want this game, I want this controller. But okay, I wrote a list out. He literally told me about this. He took it to the shop, slapped it down in front of the guy, and said, "How much?" So the guy was like, "Let me check. We got it on stock." And he was like, "Yeah, it's like 200 quid or whatever." My dad's like, "Cool, there's a payment to you." Didn't have a clue what he was doing. So he literally slapped the game down. My handwriting, right, at like 8 years old. Couldn't understand it. I think I wrote 2 rock down and they looked like fucking tuna maybe or something. But somehow the guy knew. And I didn't go without anything. Oh wait, another question. Lonnie Bluebird. Have you ever rage quit? If so, why?
Ever what, sorry?
Rage quit from a game.
Oh, Jesus Christ. 100%. 100%. Probably too many games. Yeah. A lot of games you probably shouldn't rage quit from. For example, FIFA, which is at times, but probably more recently, it nearly ended in me and my girlfriend breaking up. She was playing Wii tennis. Whatever reason, she would just absolutely smash me every time. I was convinced my controller was broke. I don't think that was the case. I think I'm actually just dog shite at real Wii tennis. But yeah, 100% all the time.
Fantastic. Yeah, FIFA. Fuck FIFA. Right. Well, Brogan 1994 is asking, what's your favourite console ever then?
Oh, that's a really difficult question.
Yeah.
Interesting one. I think about the consoles that I've had across my entire life. I've had a PS1, it was the first console I ever owned, playing Metal Gear, Crash Bandicoot, all that fun stuff back in the day. But thinking about how much an Xbox 360 completely changed me as a gamer in terms of just like the Halo franchise, COD 4, for example. The first online multiplayer game I ever played in Call of Duty was Call of Duty 3 on the PS2.
Yeah.
But Call of Duty 4 is the one where I think the vast majority of people really began to become a gamer in that sense, and I think it has to be the Xbox 360 for me.
Yeah. I can see what you're saying. I was just going to say, I can see why you're seeing that. It's sort of like, it was just like online, wow, all online with your friends. This new fucking dimension of stuff came out, so that is a game changer, really, wasn't it?
I would say so, yeah. I think Xbox Live really changed the game for a lot of that stuff, but probably in a more ridiculous sense. Whatever reason, whatever clicks in my head, when I'm playing an Xbox game, I finish a mission and it goes, achievement unlocked. I'm just sat there like, oh, this is great.
I do quite enjoy it, especially when they got these little shiny animations now, haven't they? So they just like sort of glint up the screen. It's fucking cool as fuck. Right, I think this is one of your buddies, Leatherer 23. Who is the best Warzone player you know, and why is it Tommy?
I have to say it probably isn't Tommy. I would go out and way to say that. The best Warzone player that I know. Tommy's probably a very close second. I'll give him that.
Yeah.
But it's another guy called Ryan McQuaid. He's an ex-professional Call of Duty player and a friend of mine who is also Irish, and his name is Irish, enough. Okay. But that man, like we hopped into a game earlier, just fucking around in Modern Warfare. I was like, oh, have you seen the FAL has got this massive damage boost now? It's really sick. Getting like 30, 40 kills a game. And he went, oh, let me see. Then we looked at the scoreboard at the end of the game, and I think from memory, it was 78 kills and 7 deaths.
What the fuck?
At the end of just a normal lobby. And he was like, oh, I didn't get 100.
Oh, no way.
I was like, fuck off, mate.
You need to send him my way. I can introduce him to all the boys and we can do with the carrying, like, you know, but... a couple of new people just come in the chat. Spuddy boy, welcome. How you doing? Go on, the Irish, he's saying. He's a Munster man. Whereabouts in Ireland are you from again?
Ulster. I've come from Enniskillen, County Fermanagh.
Okay. All I know is rugby team.
Right in the border between North.
What's your nearest rugby team, like professional team?
Ulster would probably be the main one.
I've been there twice actually to Ulster's ground, Ravenhill. Pretty fantastic both times. Yeah, we won the both games, and they're both European Cup games, so it's great. Right, okay, here we go. So I've asked you if you had any future plans. Right, moving on. What is something that you would like Twitch to introduce?
More discoverability, more advanced search.
Yeah, that's awesome.
It has to be a main one. Do you know what I mean? Or the recommendations that they have are good to a certain extent. You know what I mean? But if I follow like 5 relatively similar size Modern Warfare players, I don't necessarily want to watch someone who's got 30,000 viewers playing Modern Warfare.
Yeah,
it doesn't make sense.
No.
I connect with people maybe based because in the UK, I don't want to stream with them or I want to communicate with them and chat with them. And that's one of the biggest issues. Like if you go on Twitch past 7, 8 p.m, and maybe not specifically Call of Duty, I'm sure other categories like Destiny, Overwatch and Valorant have similar issues, but the US opens, you just can't find anyone that's UK based. And then the issue that you have is if you were a streamer, you and I in the UK, after 7 p.m. or 8 p.m, you've got all these Americans flooding the systems at that stage. It becomes very hard for you to actually build up some sort of decent followers in that sense because it's harder for them to find you. And if you imagine if 100 Welsh fans across your profile, the likelihood of them following your messaging or subbing or whatever it may be is probably extensively higher than if someone from the west coast of America comes across you. Do you know what I mean?
I pity anybody that finds me from the west coast of America. They're not going to understand a word I'm saying, mate. But right, Brogan 1994. Thanks for the follow, buddy. Make sure you jump in to watch future podcasts. Right, okay, right. Flip that around now. Then, what is something that you don't like about Twitch and/or streaming?
Something I don't like about streaming. It's a difficult one. But there's probably a lot of things that come to my mind. It's only been a short space for me, so it's very hard for me to say this is what's wrong with streaming. But I think I don't personally believe there's enough educational resources out there, even on Twitch or Streamlabs or whatever it may be, for people to understand how easy and effective it is to use certain things. Like I came across a guy earlier who was Twitch affiliate status. He's never had any overlays. He doesn't use a capture card. He just streams through his PlayStation.
Yeah,
I was like, this is just mind blowing to me.
Yeah,
I was chatting away to him. Then I was like, why do you do it this way? And he's like, I don't know how to do it any other way. And I was like, have you YouTubed it? Have you Googled it? And he's like, I just think it's too complicated. And I was like, my perspective was, if you want to do it seriously, you have to go down that route. People need to see you. You can't just be voice in someone's head. But other than that, you look at platforms like Twitch and stuff, or even Facebook gaming to an extent, back end is far too complicated. There'd be the channel dashboard, knowing how to edit certain panels in place. I think it just needs to be a lot smoother for people to use, and I think it'd be a lot less intimidating for first-time streamers to be able to hop in and say, all right, this is how I do X. So that was probably the massive issue for me.
I fully agree. I recently started using, like you hopped into my stream earlier, you see me with the cam and the overlay and stuff, I've only sort of recently started doing that, maybe the last 2 months, maybe 2 or 3 months. Before then, it was just pure console streaming with the Kinect camera of all things. It literally had to have it there so you could see me, it was that bad. But yeah, to me, right, going from there, I was like, right, okay, how do I do this? How do I add an alert? I was like, it doesn't really help you. I looked on YouTube and there was like maybe 2 videos that sort of helped. The rest were a bit dog shit. But yeah, I think they should have more sort of helpful resources, I think. But
I do too. And I think from just on that point, from a streamer's perspective, the The overlays and the alerts aren't for you. At the end of the day, yes, you get a ping and you go, "Oh, this is great. I've got a new follower." But
Yeah.
if someone sends you a message or they follow you or they sub, they want you to acknowledge the fact that they've done that. Do you know what I mean? They don't want you to sit there and just fucking play Call of Duty mindlessly if they've tipped to certain amount of bits. You know, they want to be acknowledged at the end of the day. And you're there to entertain these people. So give them what they want as much as you taking it from them.
Of course it is. Of course it is. I'm all for awesome announcements as well. Alerts.
I saw it earlier.
I'll be honest. I've actually followed people in the past just because I've seen other people following them, and I've seen this fucking fantastic alert pop up on the screen. I'm like, yeah, I want my name on there. So I've actually followed people just for that reason. Right. Okay. We got one more question actually from a viewer. See your friend Leatherer again. Who's the worst Warzone player you know? On the spot much? Jesus.
I think he doesn't want me to say him. I won't say him. I'll say a different friend of ours who we play with occasionally. His name is Mr. OD, we'll call him. And his nickname in our group is called Clusterfuck. Is without fail, when we play Warzone, he will not buy a self-revive, he will not buy armor, he will buy a cluster strike every time and call it within 10 feet of himself and then blowing himself up.
Oh, fuck's sake.
I would say him. And the other issue that we has, and I'm sure a lot of people watch the stream, we play a Warzone, will have this issue. He'll get shot or he'll get downed. And he'll say, "Where are they?" Ping them, and he'll go, "They're there."
Oh, fuck, man. Don't you go.
What does that mean? Where's there?
Yeah. Guys, there's a guy by the tree. We're in the middle of the fucking forest. Which tree? The big one. Right, okay, bang. See you. Yeah, I hate that as well. There's a guy there. Just double tap LB or whatever controls you set up. It shows you where it is. Right, Brogan's actually got an interesting question. What do you think you need to do next to get to the next level? Is that in streaming terms, I think?
I would assume so.
Yeah.
What do I need to do? I think one bit of advice I give people before this is it's patience. Do you know what I mean? It's very easy. There's even been times where I've come off a stream, maybe I've not got a new follower or something, and I've really put so much effort in before the show and during the show, and I'm like, fuck this, man, it's never going to happen, and blah, blah, blah. But it's about being able to identify the issues you have and make improvements around that. For example, I knew we had to come up with some creative content ideas. That's why we came up with the Wheel of Unfortune. Yeah. Bought a green screen. I had to train myself in terms of how to use that and actually bring it into Streamlabs and make sure it was interactive and blah, blah, blah. But in terms of that, I think it's about organic growth. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, you can sit there and say, I just need one video to go viral, and then everyone starts to follow me and watch my content. But you can't base yourself and stuff like that there. So no. I would say it's about coming up with an extensive amount of creative content that we can do on stream that is firstly enjoyable and different, but more importantly, interactive for the audience. So they're not just sat there watching you play with your friends, sat interacting with you while you're playing. Take it from there. Partner is the next goal. I'd hope to have that boxed off before the end of the year, but that might be very ambitious. We'll see.
But either way you're going, you'll probably do it in a fortnight, so I wouldn't worry about that too much. Affiliate in a week, fortnight for the fucking partner. That's awesome though. Right, okay. Is there any games coming out soon that you're excited about to stream or just play?
100%. There's obviously going to be, I'm sure, many games announced when Xbox already reveals what the Series X is actually going to do. Yep. Halo Infinite, of course. But probably the most excited I've been for a game in a very long time. It's a very small indie game that came out in about 2003, and it's called XIII, Roman numerals for 13. Okay. It's a cel-shaded comic book style game that told the story of about like an FBI agent who got amnesia, who has shot the president. And it turns out it's a massive conspiracy theory about the fact that maybe he did it or he didn't do it. But it was such a cool game at the time, and it ended on the biggest cliffhanger in the world at the time. And I was like, and that's nearly 20 years ago when it came out. And I was like, what's going to happen next? And they're finally releasing a remastered edition, which is coming out, I believe, in September. So man, I am buzzing to play that game again.
I'm looking forward to September too, because Tony Hawk. That's my sort of.
Oh yes,
that's my sort of thing. I can't wait, mate. And I know it'll be weird because I've played this game before, but I haven't. I can't wait. Honestly, so excited about that. Wait there. So Lloyd is saying, would you stream a game you didn't like, but is streaming well with a good follower base. So I think he's asking, would you stream a game just because it's popping and it's getting followers and viewers? No?
So I'm to be honest with you, mate, there's loads of games out there which I could stream, or there could be Valorant, Overwatch, Destiny, Dead by Daylight, for example. All games that I am average to shit at.
Yeah,
And no one's going to sit around watching you not be happy playing a game. So for some reason, I keep hearing very two mixtures of advice with that. It's either things is very undersaturated where you'll get loads of viewers quick, but what's the point? Because you're not going to keep playing for Smash Brothers in the 64 for the next 5 years and entertain people.
Exactly.
Or something that you enjoy playing. For example, with me is Call of Duty. I would say is I am an above average Call of Duty player. I have my moments where I shine, but it's something I absolutely love playing. And I could play it 12 hours a day and stay entertaining myself playing it.
Yeah.
That's one of the most important things, is actually enjoying what it is you actually play. I can't play Fortnite. I just think it's shite.
Yeah, I'm the same. I don't, no, not Fortnite. I really enjoy COD. I've actually been off it a bit the last few sort of days. I've been playing a bit of Vigor. I'm not sure if you've heard of Vigor. It's like a shooty looty game. Set in the 1991, I think it is. There's like radioactivity everywhere, and you got to sort of get in, loot, sort of fix up your shelter, go back in, loot, come out. If you die, you lose it, all that sort of thing. But it's pretty cool. And obviously fishing. I've been playing well. I got given fishing. What are they called? Dovetail Games. They actually hooked me up with a fishing game. They sent me a code for that, so that was pretty sweet. But yeah, you got to enjoy the game you play. It's absolutely, I think it's fucking vital myself. I couldn't sit there playing, I don't know, like I have no clue about Destiny. If someone said, oh, play it, you're guaranteed 100 fucking new followers, I'd probably say no, because I don't know what I'm doing, so I wouldn't enjoy it. I'd look like a knob. So anyway, okay, right, final sort of main question then. What is obviously the ultimate goal for you as a streamer? Is it like partner? Is it to become sort of like famous, like some of the big guys, or just to be comfortable making a living with it? What's your sort of end goal?
My personal end goal, filthy fucking rich. No, not really. That doesn't get clipped. My genuine end goal is actually to be able to build up my own community of people who are interested in watching the content that I have, and in return, obviously, I would be able to do it comfortably full time. Do you know what I mean? They would subscribe to me and do whatever that may be to make sure that's a possibility. Patreon, Twitch, whatever. But my dream full time is to be able to get the rest of my friends to come in and do what I do. But to be able to do that and be able to produce content with them, it would have to be a case of that I go it alone at the start, because I personally feel like I need to learn the ropes in terms of what we do before we can then work together to produce more content, if that makes sense. So my main end goal is to be able to build a community of people who actually love and watch shit that we do. And I'm sure there's plenty of people out there that will. It's about growing it and just actually finding the great people to have put the crack with.
Of course there is. My dog's kicking off. Never mind. Right, okay. Last thing then, tell viewers where they can find you? So any socials, your Twitch name is obviously YoloSwagusRex, which I'll put in the chat for you. Any other socials they can find you on?
100%. So it's a pretty unique name, YoloSwagusRex. It's not exactly John Smith. So if you're on any sort of social platform like Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, TikTok, Twitch, Snapchat, because I'm not a fuckboy. But any of the above, if you search that name in there, you'll be able to find me. I stream Monday, Wednesdays, and Saturdays, 7 p.m. about 11 p.m. ish. Sometimes a bit later, depending on how much crack we're having at the time. But other than that, I put new content up every single day, usually twice a day in some instances. If you ever have any general streaming related questions, or you need some advice, you're having issues with your mental health around what you're doing, you get really bogged down and pressured about it, just drop me a message. Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, YoloSwagusRex, mate, and I'm more than happy to give you some advice or give you some sort of assistance with your stream or help you get things set up, whatever it may be. So yeah.
So it's pretty much YoloSwagusRex across the board. Go and search for him, follow him everywhere, flood him with some love. I'm just having issues actually typing in his fucking Twitch link. I'm all over the place tonight. Twitch.tv/YoloSwagusRex. There it is. Guys, go and drop him a follow right now. Make sure you check out his streams. I watch some of them. His COD skills I find them unreal. But yeah, it's definitely worth a watch. Yeah, thank you all for tuning in. Thank you, Ryan, for being a fucking fantastic guest. Absolutely amazing fucking responses, and you know, sort of in depth. Like, some people will be like, "What's your favourite game?" and they'll be like, "COD." Oh, okay. You've actually gone fucking smack into it, like, so that's fantastic. Everybody, our next guest on Tuesday at 9 PM, I think, is Teach Courage. Some of you will know her, some of you don't. Teach is a 61-year-old American woman who plays Sea of Thieves. She is absolutely fantastic for an older lady. For a, what's the word I'm looking for? Mature woman, yeah. Yeah, but anyway, I've been Chris. That has been Ryan. YoloSwagusRex. Go and look him up. Go and drop him some follows. Go and drop him some love. Make sure you go and watch him when he's live. Until next time, guys, thank you very much. Take it easy.